Let's take a look at exporting coordinates back out to a data collector. We've got our retracement corners and some initial corners that we computed, some 16th corners and a geodetic center section. And let me show you how I generally go about sending these back to a data collector. I'm going to open up the Traverses Manager here on the right, and I'm either going to open or select the Retrace Traverse. I'll do both here. So it's selected in the Traverse Manager. It's open in a Traverse view. That's important when I come up here to File and choose Export. And it's important because of the what list here. Traverse PC says you've got the Section 14 Traverse selected in the Traverses view, and you've got it open. So it becomes available in the what list, and then this tells Traverse PC, instead of sending everything from the survey, send just the points that are the corners here. And I'm going to send it this way for now, and then we'll take a look at another option in just a moment. So let's tell Traverse PC we want to send an ASCII file. We'll go into the information here, and we can either recall an existing format we might have. Here I've got geodetic position, so let's go ahead and type in some coordinate positions: P, Y, X, Z, D, / for import, and I want to do the same for export. And you can use any extension that you want. I'm going to use an ASCII extension, and I'm just going to save that as coordinates. You don't have to save that as a type necessarily, but I want to be able to reuse that. Let's choose OK. Make sure that our selection is right for the Retrace Traverse. And let's choose Export. Traverse PC sends those 17 points out to an ASCII file. Defaults to the same name as the survey, but you can browse or type in a new name easily. Let's hit the Preview button and come in and take a look at that. And we see here are all of the corners that we exported, our GCDB points with their northing, easting, elevation, and descriptions. They're comma delimited. So this is a real typical format for exporting data. Let's close out that preview, and we've created our file. Since we're right here, let's change it up a little bit, and let's write out a CR5 file to our TDS data collector. I'm going to clear the details here. I'm going to pull down the type list and choose TDS CR5. Now if I go into the settings, I'm going to see that same export format that we just used, because that's what the TDS data collector uses, but the file extension is changed to .cr5. I also want us to write the entire survey this time, so we're going to bypass any of the selections here and choose entire survey. We're going to leave the file name the way it was, so it's the same name as the survey with the CR5 extension. Let's go ahead and export that. So this time we have 296 points that got written out. We're going to preview that, and here are all of the points. The TDS wants a little formatting as a rule, and it uses a -- before the descriptors to indicate that it's a description. So a few little slight changes that it wants to see. Traverse PC takes care of that. And now we've written a CR5 file for our TDS data collector with the coordinates in it. Let's do one more thing here. What if I had just certain points I wanted to send out? Let's come over to our point manager, and instead of selecting everything, let's select just a couple of control points. Let's come down and say we wanted to send out this series of points here, and just select those. Notice that my selection, or my what list, in the export changed. So I still have the things I had earlier, but I have a new one that got added. It says the 9 selected items in the point manager. So if I wanted to export just those points, I could choose Export. He's going to ask me if I want to overwrite the previous file, and I'll say yes. And now I just get 9 points in my CR5 file. So I can be as selective as I want. I can send the entire survey if I want, a traverse that has the points stored in it that I want, all by using this what list here. And we see that in some of the COGO tools. We see it here in the export tool as well.